Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Green Science Queen here to talk to you today about climate change. Now, in order to understand climate change, we first must understand the greenhouse effect. So the greenhouse effect is the idea that there are gases called greenhouse gases in our troposphere, which is a layer of our atmosphere, that help to trap and radiate heat from the sun back towards the surface of the earth. They kind of act like a blanket that goes around the earth and helps to keep it warm. The five major greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, water vapor, CFCs, methane, and nitrous oxides. What you have to understand is that the greenhouse effect is a good thing. In fact, without the greenhouse effect, the Earth would be too cold to support life as we know it because we are too far from the sun. The average temperature of the Earth would be below 32 degrees Fahrenheit and all water would be frozen. Most scientists believe if we increase the concentration of the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the average temperature of the Earth will rise. Okay? Couple of important things to remember. Water vapor does not play a role in global warming because it rains when the air becomes saturated. So we can't have an excess amount of water vapor in the air. But what we do have to worry about is we are putting increasing levels of carbon dioxide, CFCs, methane, and nitrous oxide into the atmosphere. And this is causing what is known as global warming or climate change. Global warming or climate change is the overall increase of the Earth's average temperature that has taken place over the last 100 years or so. The main gas responsible for global warming and climate change is carbon dioxide. We are putting increasing levels of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere by burning fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are coal, oil, and natural gas. And we do this in our cars and transportation, in factories where we manufacture ourselves, for heating our houses, for providing electricity to our houses. Another thing that we are doing to contribute to climate change is we are cutting down trees. And trees, through the process of photosynthesis, take carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. So if we cut down trees, less carbon dioxide is coming out of the atmosphere, which means even more carbon dioxide is staying in the atmosphere. So what's the big deal? What are some of the consequences or bad things that could happen because of climate change? First consequence, the melting of the ice caps in the glaciers, all right? These can cause rising sea levels, and if the ice caps or glacier is on land and melts, it will cause a rise in sea level, causing coastal flooding. Altering global weather patterns. Oceans will absorb more heat at their surface, causing more severe hurricanes and typhoons. The deep ocean currents may also be altered, causing significant climate changes throughout the world. Some places will become much warmer, while others might become much colder. And this is something people sometimes don't understand about climate change. Okay? It's not all about every place on the earth getting warmer. The overall average temperature of the earth will increase, but there may be some places on the earth that actually get colder, depending on these climate shifts. Human health problems. We are going to see more heart-related, heat-related illnesses due to extreme heat and extreme cold. We'll see an increase in seasonal allergies and an increase in the spread of infectious diseases because many infectious diseases like it warm and moist, and they're spread by insects who also like it warm and moist. In agriculture, we may actually see a positive. We may see longer growing seasons in some areas, but we will also see some negatives. We could see increased drought and increased need for irrigation or bringing water because of lack of rain and lower crop yields. Finally, we may see a shift in habitats, okay? If the temperature changes, plants and animals may have to relocate to find a suitable habitat. If it gets too warm or too cold, they may have to, let's change this today, they may have to relocate to find a habitat that's suitable for them. So what can we do to reduce the risks of global warming and climate change? Rely more on renewable energy sources, so we're not burning fossil fuels and putting carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Use energy efficient appliances, so we're using less energy. Use energy efficient transportation, again, using less energy. Reduce deforestation, so stop cutting down trees so the trees are there to take the carbon dioxide out of the environment. Rely more on a plant-based diet because, again, we won't need as much land for agriculture. We won't be putting as much methane. Cows, which are one of our main sources of food here in the United States, produce a lot of methane, which is a greenhouse gas. Educate people about the topic. People, when they understand, are going to try to do better. And finally, lower the human population. The more people there are, the more energy we need and the more fossil fuels we burn. So if we lower the human population, there'll be less fossil fuels burned or needed. Thank you, and I hope you learned a lot from this. Have a great day.